Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, guys? Let me know when y'all can hear me, or if you can hear me. Good morning. What's up, Linwood? What's up, John G? Good morning, man. Sorry, I'm moving my mic around, so it probably sounds crazy. Ugh. Good morning, Ayala. Good to see you. Good morning, Alexis. We got Tesla up on the left, Spy up on the right. This morning we're actually going to be... Oh, wait, hold up. I need to put this on my other screen. Sometimes I like to call out different option prices or just talk about the options chain because it's kind of fun. And I want to try to trade Tesla. Today we're opening a little higher on Tesla. There's an inside bar on the daily. They've already kind of gone up and hit the barriers there. It's just about breaking out now, which they've kind of done. They just need to get above both now, but they're above 429.50, below 432.20. So they're stuck right in between the previous day high and the day before that's high. So they're kind of stuck. So I'm going to see what they're doing. And I need to manage my swings, and we're going to go over SPY a bunch today. Oh. I got some cold-ass water. I don't know where to put this cup. Good morning, good morning. Loud and clear, good to hear. Great to hear. And yeah, share the stream link around. Drop a like on the stream. You know the usual. It's also Monday, so I expect today to be a little quiet from some of the chat just because you guys suck at Monday. Which, fair enough. I suck at Friday. So we take it. We take it. Tesla. Tesla's going to be opening around 431, looks like, as of right now. Got a couple minutes. Less than a couple minutes. SPY will be opening about 662.10s. Where are we at? It's between here. And this is a really big deal because this is from the bigger time frames, and then this is the halfway point. So it's like, this is literally the deciding part of the chart. You know, when we're above this, we're liking bullish plays more, right? When we're below it, we're higher probability that we're going down, and we have areas to look at that. But when you're in between, it's like, oh fuck, I gotta just kind of sit here for a second and see what's going on. I think also one more thing that'll be useful to mark. It's not a big gap, but it is a gap. We could draw the open gap, and then, like, let's say it opens like right here. Where are we at? Like right there. Then we could even say, well, being under this level too is also not a good sign, you know, so on and so on. So it's already not great being down here, but it's not the end of the world. And the market is open. Let's go. Good morning, Guarded Trader. Good to see you. And good morning to anybody in here, honestly. If we're just being honest. My call is barely down right now, so it's a little awkward position on that one. And no way, is UNH actually coming back alive? Oh, okay, it did go down. Good. We're like flat on this right now, and the spread is very wide. It says my position is flat, but I can literally see the spread showing that it's down. I'm still managing my swings. I'm trying to make sure I get out of those right. Actually, we're actually up $1 on the NE swing. I have no clue how. Tesla's breaking out, by the way, the inside bar. It was already above the previous day high. I need to get above that other previous day high. But this was an inside bar inside of this day, and it's breaking up. So Tesla has a chance of actually making its new highs. We're basically right here. Oh, wait, I guess we could draw it now. So here's the previous day close. Here's the today's open. This could be a key level for short-term price action. So if we hold here and then reject here, it's still not that great. If we hold here and get above this, this is a very good sign that we're going to at least hit the previous day close. Above the previous day close, we're going to head towards that barrier, and then yeah, see if more all-time highs are made. If you guys are in the Discord, definitely check out the daily updates channel just to kind of see the news for the week. I even make it a little easy for y'all. I make the bullet points so you could just instantly see what's the important news instead of reading the pictures, which fair enough. I get it. And then the levels channel. And if you have access to other channels, feel free to look at those. But those are the two that I definitely recommend everyone to go look at. Also, shout out to Sand and Nard. Both of them went and posted in the post charts channel, and I respect that. To be fair, Nard's was a question, but it still was a post, so I respect it. Tesla's doing wonders right now. We'll see if that continuation occurs. It should. I mean, it's above both the levels there, the inside bar levels, but it just feels weird probably because it's literally the first 4 minutes of the day. Still happy for that chart. Go on, Tesla. Please keep killing it. Sorry, sometimes you'll probably hear me typing just to kind of post something or update something. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, you can go post here in the YouTube stream. You don't have to DM me. You can post it in the YouTube stream. Whatever you want, dude. And be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. Share the stream link around. It is Monday of a new week. Let's start it off right. And we are over the previous day highs, both the last 2 days on Tesla, and they've already hit that first level above. That is insane to me. That's very good momentum for bulls right at the open for Tesla. And it makes sense. I made sure to post this when I saw it in my watch list the other day, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. But this day is just stuck in that day, and it was after a dark cloud cover, basically. So it's almost like a reset candle after bears have shown up, but it's this weird little grind up. So I really did think, however, this open was going to help it, but this definitely made this chart 50-50 for like swings. But for day trades, it was definitely like, okay, cool. Thank you for giving us a 50-50. Like you can see here, I probably need to draw more levels now. I was honestly just like, okay, let's see if we can get to 440, but I should have known better. It's fucking Tesla. I'm going to cheat, though. I'm just going to add 445 real quick, and then maybe like 447.50 and 450. Damn, I hit that one right on the money. All right, we'll leave it at that. But, yeah, very impressive chart is what I'm trying to say. Dude, it is still going. I'm not even going to change that chart to check UNH real quick. I'm going to change SPY. It is still going. What is this chart? I have to cut or hold this depending on how it does at the open, so that's why I'm staring at UNH right now. Is anyone in my chat in the NEE swing? That is only up like $2. And I need to check that really quickly. It's doing what we want, it's just not doing it in the pace we need. So I think I'm just going to cut it there. Yeah, we're going to cut NEE for like basically nothing. I'm still in UNH. Which it looks like I'm going to have to cut UNH. Same reasoning too. Like, yeah, we got the direction right, but the pacing was just not there. And I held through Friday because I was like, this is definitely a reset candle. And it is. If you go from here to here, it's literally rejecting the 339.50 perfectly. Now it's like, okay, can you go down more to make this contract move? Tesla already hitting 440, by the way, guys. That is pretty fucking insane. Excuse my language, but holy. To start a week off like this is wild. And if you guys are watching anything in specific, let me know. Or if you're updating anything, let me know. Where is this contract? Here it is. Ow. This is still a little bit more bearish, by the way, if anybody forgot what the game plan was. The fact that we were above this was an alright sign that they're trying to recover a little bit over today's open. But this is the halfway point of the gap down. So it's honestly, probability-wise, we're still higher chance that we drop as long as we're under this level. If we hold today's open and start to kind of just build higher lows or even down here and create a liquidity grab and then work towards this, that would also be great. But we need to see something down here react or see something over here hold and push over for bulls. Anything else is short-term, probably pullback conversation. But I don't know if I'd be saying like pull back to scare somebody, because on the daily, I think a lot of people are thinking, oh, when are we going to pull back and have this big drop? Which is honestly going to be what probably fuels this to go a little bit higher. But we'll have to see. I mean, you could see Tesla. Tesla doesn't give a fuck. Just went up and hit 440 in a matter of minutes. It literally opened under 432. You know, yet last week it closed at basically 426, and you're telling me it hit up 13, 14 bucks in the first 10 minutes of the day? You know, so there's still some upward momentum in the market. It's just, will it show itself instantly at the open? No, probably not all the time. Why is that? Well, they can't make it obvious. If they made it obvious, then everybody would be jumping on it, and then none of the quotes would be moving. None of your positions would move. If anything, you'd be cutting for losses on trades that you definitely should be winning on. I'm sure a lot of you have experienced the same type of feeling when you've had IV crush. It's the same exact thing. And that's kind of how price action works. I hate when people are like, well, what the hell? I got a green candle over this, and it's supposed to go up, right? Like, no. Higher probability says it goes up if it does this or that. Yeah, sure, but it's still never 100%. You know, you're never going to be 100%, oh, dude, this is bearish. Oh, yeah, this is bullish. You know, you're always going to be mostly, you know, it just, I don't know, makes way more sense. If you just full send one or the other, you're never going to truly understand what the hell you're looking at. Yeah, I think we need to cut UNH. It'll probably drop at lunchtime, but it'll be after it goes up more, so it doesn't matter. We were right on both trades, but the time was not there for us. Not the time on contract, but the timing and the movement of the chart. A lot of wicking. You could see towards the end of that day kind of messed us up a little bit. I still liked it a lot. It's just, I don't know. These are not the candles you want to see at the bottom of a chart. Let's type it out. I don't even think anybody was in my swings, to be honest, now that I'm looking at chat. But still, I still like to set that example of, hey, this was a loss, or hey, this is a win, this is why, this is win. Or this is why I think. You know, I'm not going to sit there and be like, that is 100% why, I know everything. No, I mean, I'm just going to give it my best guess. Sucks on those two plays, man. I really like that UNH chart. I even like that it had already been going down too, because that would be probably trick people into thinking, okay, it's going to slow down soon. Which it did slow down, so they were right. That was a viable route for the chart. You were on UNH too? Now let me ask you though, did you close it last week or did you hold into this week? Because if you cut it last week, I have a big problem with you. But if you didn't and you held into this week, because we never even got our chance to say, oh, it's above or below this. So that's why I continued to hold, because I know how Fridays can be. It's either a reset candle or we're taking profits or we are full on. Oh, okay, this play is just wrong. You know. You just closed NEE. Yeah, sorry about that. We'll see if we can get another one. I wanted NEE to be a banger, man. I still haven't completely gotten out of UNH yet. I have the alert typed in my channel, but I have not done it. I probably need to. Because I'm literally witnessing price fall and the contracts are just getting worse. It's because their timing is horrid. I'm going to be pissed if I check this end of day and it's like hitting 327. Because then I'm doing exactly what the Friday traders are doing. Alright, fuck it. We cut it. We find a new. That's what I'm doing. It's actually not that bad of a loss on that one. I think it's more like the... It's not like the size of the money you're losing or gaining in a trade to me most of the time. I mean, sometimes it is, but... most of the time, though, it's like, oh, fuck, I hate it because I didn't... It's the process of like, oh, I didn't get the win that I wanted. It's not even the win. It's like, I really wanted that chart to work. I really liked that setup. I wanted it to work. Like, that. I think that's where I'm like, fuck, you know? It's not even like the money or... It's not even, oh, no, people in chat saw me lose a trade. Like, it's not even that. It's genuinely just like, damn, I wanted that chart to work so well, you know? It's like when you know you like something's most likely going to go your way or against your way, you have that feeling of, you know, you have that intuition. Like, that's what it is. It's whatever, though. We move on. We find some more. I'm not going to let that deter me because we honestly have had some insanely bangers. I'm talking about you, Starbucks. So we'll get some more. And if you guys are interested, I just like to do swing I use my swing strategies to use for little posts and plays we do for the chat. But I mainly only prefer anyone joining if you're someone who's been with me for a while. You know, a lot of these guys in here that are typing have been in here for fucking, 3-4 years sometimes. This chat has been going for 6 years, so. Tesla's still going up. Also, did y'all see that little holdover today's open? Right as I was like, it's going to get really shitty if we break this. This is like kind of it. Wicks. 2 candles in a row, goes up. Now we're tapping the overnight 50%. Does everybody remember what 662.91 is? SPY tapping overnight 50% level. Just close any. Oh, my bad, I already read that. Squeezed out a few more dollars on that move. Good shit, dude. And yeah, sorry about that. We'll get some more. Let's see who all answered me. I didn't even read yet. PayPal was disappointing after the good Goog news. Oh well, in the biggie. Shorting MRK at the moment, only light. All right, Alexis, you need to... I think I've told you guys this multiple times. I'm not getting on to you. It's just I've gone over this a lot. But if I call out a swing trade, and you can still do whatever you want. I'm not in control of you. But if I call out a swing trade, it's because it's from the daily time frame. And when I use the daily time frame, I can't use a stop loss on a move going up on the 5-minute. So if you're sitting there and you're looking at the 5-minute or any other time, whatever time frame you prefer on the smaller time frames, the intraday time frames, then you are fucking yourself. Because you almost stopped yourself from having the chance of UNH continuously going down here. You know, what happened here on Tesla, this could have happened on UNH today because the day before was a reset day. So I need you guys to be 100% sure you are drawing that previous day 50% on those charts because it only went over it for a small amount of time. And it was during lunchtime, during the most bullshit part of the day. So I need y'all to be a little bit more patient on those plays if you're going to take them with me, because it also pressures me. It's like, oh, fuck. When you guys are in chat, you're like, oh, dude, sorry about UNH. Like, I'm sitting there confused because I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I'm still holding this, So I'm just saying, it kind of goes to both ends. I can add pressure to you, but you're also adding pressure to me. So if you're going to take the plays and go with what I'm posting, you got to go with how I'm doing it. You got to stick to the strat. It's all daily time frame. If you're going down to a smaller time frame to view the price action of a swing trade we're doing, you are fucking the swing trade opportunity. That's just how I see it. And same thing for your setups. Let's say you find a setup on the 4 hour. And then for some reason, I don't know why, but you go down to like the 15 minute or the 30 minute, right? You're kind of screwing yourself because now it's like you're trying to scare yourself. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. The play was still a loss. But you cut it before it even had the chance. Right? Yeah, Friday wasn't anything special. And you're going to see me do that a lot on like Fridays. Like Thursday into the Friday swing. And if it isn't really going against me super heavy, I'll still hold it for Monday. Right? Unless it's... Which, if you're swinging the same week at that point, you're crazy. Because I saw like 2 of you go into the Discord, and it was kind of annoying. And y'all were like, yo, sorry about UNH, or yo, whoever was in UNH, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I deleted one of them, but it was just like... It was like, what the fuck? Like, that kind of pissed me off. I was like, okay, dude. Like, why are you here then? You know, I wouldn't do that to y'all. Like, if I saw your play and you were kind of struggling at the beginning of it, I'm not going to sit there and go, yo, darn, and pat you on the back. Yo, sorry about that trade you were in. Like, it's just weird, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too deep into it, but it definitely felt like that. It's like, okay. Maybe you go focus on your own plays then, you know? That kind of thing. And I'm not saying that to you, Alexis. I'm just saying, like, that's how I think when someone says that shit. It's like, when did I even... I didn't even type in my channel Friday, did I? Like, there's a very freaking good reason for that. And if I go in there and micromanage it every 5 minutes, someone's going to cut regardless. So that's why I don't do that. So, if you guys are going to follow the plays posted in there, you got to follow the time frame. I am on the daily. You will not see me trade the 5 minute for swings. You will not see... I mean, I had the 5 minute up on UNH, but that's because I'm genuinely just watching the price. That's not like I'm sitting there going... Oh my god, I hope this 5 minute bearish engulfing goes down. Like, I'm not sitting there watching the price action. If anything, I'm watching the context. Where is it in comparison to previous daily? Was it struggling? Okay, then I'm going to get out with a small loss. Whereas if it continuously goes up, then I'm fucked. Right? Then we're out minus 40%, minus 50%. So I'd rather have that little bit of a gamble with a smaller loss than cutting myself the opportunity of even getting to that step, right? That's like, you're not even giving it a chance. I understand if there's a hard stop set, but I don't know. On swings, it's different. You can't treat a swing like a day trade, and I think I used to make this very same mistake, so I think that's why it pisses me off when I see other people do it. But it's just, it comes down to what time frame were you looking to trade it on? Okay, stick to that time frame. It really is that simple a lot of the time. Like, for instance, for me, you'll see me use the 8 or 9 EMA for the daily. Recently, I've just been using the 8 because I'm just kind of sticking with whatever Rob has, even though they're, like, basically the same thing. But you know what I mean. And I kind of watch that on the daily, on a daily chart, so I don't scare myself, right? Because if you go to that chart, you check it on the 5 minute, and it's like 6 green candles in a row, you're going to be like, well, fuck, I'm cutting this. It's like, all right, well, hold up. Where is it trying to go up to? You know, a lot of the time it is trying to go up to reject, and that's what we call that reset candle. So there's 2 things we need to have on our chart if you guys are going to follow the swings I'm posting, in case it goes against us, right? And I love talking about this because this is the nitty-gritty. This is the part that no one likes to talk about. We don't like to talk about, oh, well, what happens when I'm wrong? What do I do? Like, and there's 2 really, really easy things you can watch, right? And these also basically decide short-term direction, so that's why we're using them as our stops. And they happen on literally every chart. So let's say our 8 or 9 EMA, let's just say the 8, is in the area on the daily. That's our stop loss. Let's also mark the 50% of the previous day. Why are we drawing that? Well, I mean, it also kind of comes down to our intraday strategy a little bit on that one. So I'll give you credit on that one. But it's literally comes down to what levels decide direction. Okay, so if one of them's breaking and I'm bearish, then I probably need to get the fuck out of that trade, right? Because it's literally getting above it. But if I'm watching that on like the 1 or the 5 or the 10, 15, 30 minute, like I'm gonna screw myself because you're gonna get out of it on the smaller time frame. And honestly, in the first part of the day, if it fucks you, then yeah, get out of it. But a lot of those moves don't happen until lunchtime, where it's building liquidity, creating those fake outs. So the end of day session, the last 2 hours, can have those moves can actually move, right? Actually have a single directional move or something that actually drops or rises a lot, not just sits to the right, consolidating a shit ton. By the way, it did a really good job of getting over the 50% of the gap, and they almost hit the close. I don't think they quite hit it. Yeah, they almost got there. So they got up to the first target that we talked about here in the stream. I don't know if that was very tradable or not. That's why I'm just kind of still going over things. But this is a good sign that bulls are short-term present, guys. So I would honestly be bullish as long as you're above this level. So nitpick what you can. If you can get a better high or low here, I think that'd be honestly beautiful. If this candle goes red, I would draw from this level up to the top of that candle, and then I would look to see if it holds this for a midterm retest. But it might just give you a single candle retest for all I know. Or its liquidity to come back down. But you'll know that because it's breaking or holding 662.91. And sorry if I'm talking a lot, guys. If you guys need anything reset or whatever, just ask it again or whatever. I'm totally cool. SPY above the 50% overnight gap. Almost hit PDC, previous day close. Paper traded, you're about to post the review. Nice, good shit. Got you, boss. I was appreciative Friday. Not gonna lie, I was trying to force it a bit, and yeah, that's fine. I wanted to go over that because I did see like 2 messages like that in chat, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I was completely chilling, not even watching charts, because I in my head I was like, man, this is either gonna give us a freaking doji or an inside bar or something. Like I could see that day closing under the 50% of the previous day, but also being a very indecisive candle. I literally could just foresee it because that's the kind of candle you get when it doesn't just keep dumping. But you got to understand how to manage those if you're going to have more opportunity on trading those swings or day trades even. If you sit there and you cut your opportunity in half all the time, well, you're also cutting your win rate in half. You're cutting your future gains in half. Like you're really putting yourself in a position where there's no chance for anything. And I'm not just talking to Alexis. There's a lot of people in here who do the exact same thing. And for no reason, right? They might not even think about it. They might just do it, and the next thing you know, they're looking for another trade. It's that constant hopping to the next chart. Stop looking for the next chart. Focus on the one you're on. Then you can hop on to the next chart. But I see that a lot in chat. I don't know what we could call that, but I see a lot of chart hopping, and I think that's honestly what's making for a lot of this impatience. I have all these tickers up on my left, but if you go through any of my streams, I've probably only gone through like 4 or 5 charts each stream. Unless someone asked me to look at another one, of course. But, with what I have planned, it's always like 4 or 5 tops. It's almost never more than 4. But I'm sure there's instances where I've looked at 5. Apple's only $9 from all-time highs, dude. I know, I'm proud of Apple. And good looks on Apple because... it was funny because if you seriously go back like 3-4 months into my streams, or maybe even a little longer, we talked about how there were a couple charts, Apple specifically, and we talked about Tesla too, but Apple specifically, where is this at? Because at the time, it was doing a lot of this consolidating down here and then being around here, while literally the rest of its sector is either under all-time high or over all-time high. So if anything, Apple has just been catching up, and I'm honestly proud of that chart. It did a really good job, too, because it didn't just do it in one move. It actually did build some consolidation. And guys, SPY is still looking a lot more bullish than bearish. We've held the overnight, the 50% of previous day. We held the overnight 50%. So now we'll see if we can get a better retest or if they're just going to give us a 3-bar play. We also talked about this. Now I can draw it. 662.91. Just to be exact, in case it fucks us. 663.24. I'm always 1 cent off today. What's with that? And I'm going to highlight this yellow because I'm going to delete it after this is moved from this area. This isn't a long-term level for the day. This is a very, very small-term level. Not going to be here that long. And that's again just going from the breakout of the 50% to the slowdown to try to see if it's going to be a midterm retest or not. If it holds this, then I can take it as a midterm retest. If it fails, then it's going for a full term retest, or it's just looking to break down lower. So we'll have to see what kind of price action we get. Of course, I can't foresee the future. Tesla still making new high of day, 441.50s. Excuse me. How did everyone sleep, by the way? $442.40 almost on Tesla. SPY trying to give us the midterm retest. I see I mean, this is the 50-50 candle, but we got a nice wick up right here. I have to assume it wants to follow some of that Tesla momentum. Apple is up. Semiconductors are, not doing the greatest, but that's okay. Amazon's down pretty hefty, not going to lie. Microsoft is under the today's open, but it's holding the 50% of a big time frame gap. So that honestly decided direction. Microsoft's literally just pulling back. Like, that's all it's done today. AMD did break above the 50% gap, jumped up to the next level. It's kind of funny they do that on that day NVIDIA's not doing anything. But yeah, there's a couple charts moving really well right now, guys. Both directions. I honestly hate to say it's not just one direction, but there's a lot of charts moving right now. Bulls back at 14? No way. Oh, it is. You're not even lying. Damn, it's at 5% today. Let's go. Honestly, I'm kind of ignoring this until I see it above 20. But I'm not going to lie. I'm like very bullish on bull long-term shares. I've said this for fucking almost a full year. How long has bull been on the market? I've probably said it for half of the time it's been there. Like, at least. I have been touting bull between 10 and 15 for a very long time now. And I even gave credit to the only person I saw on Twitter that I personally follow that actually even mentioned it. And I was like, yeah, I'm also pretty bullish. Also, Tesla, just keep going, I guess. I drew all these like extra levels, and it's kind of just going through them all. I didn't draw 450, but 450's up there. I knew Tesla was going to be the one to watch today, dude. Great pat on the back there. Paper trade near the gap fade. Let me check this out. Nice. Did you enter on that hammer? Is it that hammer that's pointing out? I think it is. That is a good entry. I kind of don't like the candle before it. It is a big-ass green candle, but I don't really like that candle before it because it's kind of just getting up to the level after basically the same size candle to its left. So I feel like it's just rebalancing that candle. But I really, really like that entry you got on. And then it went up. It gave you a bearish candle, gave you a bullish candle, and then gave you a breakout new high of day candle. New high, new high, new high. And then you took profit into your TP area. Damn, that's really, really good, Linwood. Not going to lie. You definitely have the visualization down. That is for sure. And thank you to the guys posting the charts in the right channels. I have really appreciated that. Kazuke Odin and Tobias, thank you. Ooh, username with a new swing chart and the swing trading TA. If you guys have lifetime, go check that the F out right now. NEE flying, of course. Good morning. At 20, I am selling half my calls, but Tesla is making me happy. No, good shit, dude. You should be happy. Happy, happy, happy. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. Share the stream link around. If you guys have anything to say, feel free to drop it in the YouTube chat. I do read literally every post. Sometimes quick, sometimes slow, but I read them all. Should see some bullish continuation anytime soon. If this happens to fit, I really like this outside bar here. I know it's not the greatest body size, but that is an outside bar. That should start pumping, yeah. So we're above previous day close, so where are we going then? Well, we have the meat of previous day high about right here, previous day high right here, and then we got honestly the bigger, more important areas right up here. Excuse me. Should see bullish continuation as long as we're holding 663.24, people. That's what we're looking at. Is anybody trading SPY, or are you guys trading different charts right now? Feel free to tell me I'm on the wrong charts. I mean, Tesla, I'm going to leave up for a little longer. That's not really my fault. But if you guys don't care about watching SPY and you're looking at something else, let me know. We'll skip to it real quick and we can check it out. Go back to SPY. But good job so far on any of these posts so far. I know, honestly, Tesla was a little untimely, unless you just full sent it. But I still like to watch it because it was something we had something on our watch list beforehand. I cannot believe it hit 444.44. I drew this level thinking this is as high as it can go with one pump, right? I'm always like 1 or 2 levels wrong on Tesla when it comes to like when it finally starts moving in one direction. I'm typing she should relax now, talking about Tesla. It should relax. Tesla should relax now. Should, in terms of like a realistic day, but it is Tesla. It sometimes has unrealistic days. Microsoft's still pulling back. Meta might be the next big watch, guys. It's stuck between the 50% of a larger time frame gap and today's open. It is stuck between two very, very important levels right there. And that's probably very close to this 50% gap, too. That's not even why I drew that. It's been on my chart for a while now. Where are we at? It's from way over here. And it looks like it's lining up with another gap. I mean, it's a very, very tiny gap, but I like to draw it just to see if it is. Oh my god, that might as well be the same level. So yeah, right here is pretty damn important from what I just figured out on Meta. So I'll throw up Meta on this chart. And I'll throw SPY back on this one. And we will disable that. There we go. And I'll draw today's open. Why do I feel like I'm missing a level here? Like it doesn't, it feels a little, oh my god, there's so many levels right here. The gap up, the other gap down, the 50% of the previous day. There's a lot of levels right here at 780. Meta 780, write that down, note it down, whatever you need to do to remember it. But Meta 780, that is a very important area. I did not pre-map that out. That is actually insane. But I am missing a level here, so we do need to map something out here. There's something in between this. I can't just say, oh, guys, let's dump under 780. Let's go to 763. Let's go. So I do believe I need to draw something. It looks like this day's 50% will suffice. 773. 23? Yeah. So we got something in between there now. I feel a little bit better about that. Outside of, you don't have to always draw these. Sometimes I just visualize them. But like you always have the meat of your previous day high. You always have your previous day. Like you can do the meat or the low. A lot of the time they're pretty simple. Like when it's like a wick like that, I don't give a fuck. If it's like this, okay, I'm gonna draw that. That's the previous day low. So you don't always have to draw these, but you should always have them like kind of in your head of where they are. So like if this kept going up, I wouldn't say it's going to 790. I'd say, well, we gotta watch the meat of previous day low / previous day open. That's a very important area to break. So there are going to be instances where you're kind of in between two levels and you're just sitting there having to like be a little patient or having to think about it a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm going to leave Meta up on the screen now. Did its job. Tesla did its job, so we're done watching Tesla now. That was very cool though. You're in Triple Q. What's up, Devontae? Good to see you, man. Only swings. How are we doing? What's up, Matty Ice? Doing good? I'm not doing all right. I'm doing good. I see some of the guys in here doing good. To time constrained. Too tired already. Tobias, what are you saying? Is he falling asleep while trading Tesla? Is that what I'm reading? Meta breaking down. This could be a good short play for anybody who might have missed out on anything. I think Meta would also be a better trade if SPY breaks this. If SPY doesn't break this, it's probably not as great of a trade. Just because of overall market momentum. Of course, it's not 100% focused on that. It's not like they're one-for-one charts or anything, but that definitely does add or delete some momentum. So you can also throw that into your analysis. And let me check out Triple Q for Devontae real quick, because, I'm not going to throw you off or anything, but I just wanted to see what's it doing. I expect it to be up some. Yeah, it's up a little bit. Because there are a couple tech weights doing its job, but then there's also the opposite number of weights doing the opposite, going down. So this actually actually makes sense. It's kind of like not the most decisive price action, but they did go in a single direction towards previous day close, and they did hit it. So they've hit something, and now they're being given a chance to slow the F down, which I'm pretty curious on short-term levels. What is the 50% overnight? Okay, it's right there. I'm just going to leave that marked because it marks my open and it marks my 50% overnight gap. So yeah, so for Triple Q, Devontae, this actually looks pretty good. Rejecting previous day close, you'll probably get a better trade either from here, whoops, or from here. Whoops. Okay, I clicked like 5 times. And that's some super basic levels, but I really like those. It looks like you have some further down targets in case it does finally break down. But nothing crazy yet. Good looks, though. I always like when people look at different charts. It doesn't matter what. Bum, 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 bum. And yeah, this is the midterm retest level, guys. We're still using that short term just because we're still in the area. Once we've moved away from it or failed it and fell under, then I can delete it. But overall, this is just a good, very, very, very short-term level to use for us. So we're doing LOL. Stayed up late and got up early. I feel you on that one. I think I did the exact same thing this time. I am working too much to spend time day trading. Having that said, I need to go. Good luck, everyone, and I remember you stopped. Oh yeah, yes sir. Good advice. And see you later, Tobias. Thank you again. Be sure to thumbs up the stream, guys, if you're in here. Highly appreciated. I spelled up with an O somehow. Let's fix that. Let's out huge yawn. Dude, why does my OBS record the stream? I went into my computer files yesterday, and I saw I had like this folder, and I was like, "What is this?" It had like 10 gigabytes of shit in it, and I was like, "What is this?" I click it, I open it, and it's like tons of streams like recorded. I must have hit the record button randomly through different streams, and it just saved over time. And I was like, "Dude, if this is the reason my computer was like freaking out every time I was opening my folders, and then since I deleted all that crap, I haven't had a single issue." I think I just racked up too much like recording. Which, I mean, again, the only thing I really record is when I'm streaming, or like right after to do like a video or something or whatever. But I never just have OBS open all the time, so that was very funny. SPY still headed back down towards this short-term level we're looking at. Not really at the greatest pace. I'm going to check a couple of the... Oh, I can't yet. I guess I'll do it on this chart then. Check a couple of the other weights. Apple, still near its high of day. It is wicking, though. Okay, let's fix this. Tesla is still slowing down from that high that we were looking at earlier, which expected. I mean, it did just go up a lot. Nvidia's still struggling. Amazon finally building some support to work back up towards this today's open. It looked like it was just going to keep falling off. Meta, despite looking like a really good short, with SPY too, I want to include that because that is part of the analysis. It is still holding. So I think if you get a pump here on SPY, you get a potential pump here on Meta. So if you're looking for 780 retake, very viable in my opinion if you have that SPY momentum alongside it. I almost typed 280. You guys wish Meta was at 280. me post that so people aren't thrown off thinking we're just bearish on that. There is a potential bullish setup on that, but it does look like it wants to fade. Microsoft finally producing a somewhat of a green candle after falling so much, but we'll see what happens after this. They did get a little bit of a gap down today, which is a little weird because I would say a big chunk of the market got a small gap up. So Microsoft playing a little different. AMD just grinding up still. This could also be slowing down alongside the other semiconductors. Most of the semiconductors are a little slower today. Your NVIDIAs, your AMDs. I didn't check all of them, of course, but that was most of them. What's little SoundHound doing? Just sitting there. Damn, bull. Yeah, I won't lie. I've been a bull shill. I don't like to be a shill for different stocks, but I have as much confidence in this play as I did when I called out PayPal. I mean, I was like big dick swinging, telling everybody, no, this is going to go up. And it did really fucking good from where I said. It was about 55 or 56 where I was talking about this. I think it was one of the days after, but I was very bullish on this, and I honestly still am, just because of how much of the market share of the payment processing market they have. They're still the majority by a lot. So PayPal is still a really, really big watch. I think you just have to be very bullish on it at certain levels. I don't know if I'd be bullish on it above 70. I would wait. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying more above 70. That's why we still have these areas marked, but I would generally try to keep your DCA, your dollar cost averaging, in between here to the lower side a little bit more. But you can see they have built higher lows inside of here too, even with these ugly pullbacks. So trying to see what this one is. Is it just another ugly pullback into another higher low, or does this actually cascade down a little bit more for some better averages? We don't know yet, but yeah. Where was I at on this list? Mara could be a good dip buy. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that chart, but also MSTR, another good one. I would keep Mara, MSTR, and Coin all on your charts. I keep these together on my watch list just because, I mean, I'm the biggest Coinbase fan out of the three, but the other two also have opportunity. So it'd be a little stupid to ignore them. And Sophie doing what I said it was gonna do just 2 weeks later. So we were wrong on that, but right on that, if that makes sense. Intel still pulling back. Not really a big pullback, though, over the last 3 sessions. If anything, it's just probably a lot of profit taking, let's be honest. I don't blame anybody taking profits on that chart. Oklo, too. I know Oklo's honestly kind of insane. Which I meant to look at this now that it's gone up more. Let me pull up my little thing. My thing. Wherever it's at. Here it is. I haven't used it in like a week. Alright, so where are we at? Oklo. 126.22%. 50.3. Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably gonna be like orange red into the red territory. And it is a good orange. I would say it's a very solid orange. Maybe not a dark orange, maybe not a light orange, but it is definitely orange. Which means it is more seller favored right now for the implied volatility, which it's kind of a no shit example when you're looking at a chart like this, but that's why I like to display that so you can see the extremities of what that IV is doing. If you were to buy a buyer option right now and it did go up a little bit, you would pretty much need a new high and some continuation from that to even profit from that play because of how the implied volatility is working on that chart. People forget that literally runs options. That literally is like a. It's like a. You guys ever go to like a Brazilian steakhouse and there's like that card where one side of it's red, there's another one side of it that's like green. And it's to kind of show them, hey, bring me more meat. If you turn it to red, it's like, hey, stop, I'm full. Please stop bringing me food. It's the same thing like to the bigger market traders and to your institutions. You know, they're looking at that. They're looking at that. They're like, oh, red light, green light, red light, green light. They can see instantly if something is seller or buyer favored. Sometimes it doesn't even come down to the price action. Now, the price action can increase the probability of your success, of course, but the implied volatility is always probably one of the more important indicators. So, and I've been very happy to go over that a lot over the different years of my stream. But this is the first time I've actually had a tool that I can plug and play. That was a weird way to say it, but that is what it is, plug and play. Why can't I see Octo? CRWV, shout out Rob Taylor in the chat. He's been a fan of this one, and it's honestly been doing pretty good recently. CoreWeave. If you guys want to check out CoreWeave, I definitely would. It's a good swing trade chart for sure. It's got good movement. I've really enjoyed Rob's updates on that. TTD, I don't even know why this is down, but I have it on my watch list. No play on that. And then Rob, can you remind me what was supposed to be the next TSM breakout? I already forgot that ticker. You posted it the other day or last week. I would love to remember that. I might have to type Rob's name and go look in the chat real quick, because I don't remember what ticker that was. There's a ticker resting just under all-time high. Oh, I think it's TEM. Yeah, it has to be TEM, because I remember us saying, it's TEM time. Never mind, I remembered. It's TEM time. It did hit all-time high. It did what we said. It had that same look to it, too. That was very funny. SPY new high of day, by the way, guys, looking pretty good for buyers. They've done a really good job of continuously holding the 663.24. I almost want to see what that 1 minute looks like. What that 1 minute do. Good retake here. That's a piercing line. And then a higher low of that. Then a hammer. Continuation. Okay, nothing super crazy, honestly. I think my favorite part's this, though, of course, just because you get that bullish candlestick pattern, and it's the break retake to give yourself that liquidity move. Very, very clean. SPY doing a great job of recovering despite having a slow start this morning. And that's why you never short the open. You never short or long the open. You just kind of wait for a trend to pop up, because you could even go back and stream and hear with my tone. And I was like, guys, this is looking very bearish, and if we start to break this, that's going to really be what brings that move in. It didn't break it. You got to go step by step. You can't tell yourself something's bullish or bearish. You got to go step by step. So this is it is bearish here, right? This is bearish. Comes down, holds. All right, it's still bearish in terms of where it is on its chart, but it's doing something to where it's like, okay, well, I can't just start shorting it. Goes up, hits the 50% gap. Didn't even really get a chance to really eliminate anything that next candle. Ever since this candle, it's been kind of clear as day that bulls are more present than sellers, and that they will. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And that they will be as long as they're over this short-term level. And again, we drew that because. Wait, what'd you ask? Oh, I answered your question. Okay, cool. No, that's fine. But we got that because you go from, I'm pretty sure we drew it from the low to the hot. Why is it? Dude, I am so tired of these bugs on Thinkorswim, dude. You gotta like go down to here and click a different tool a couple times and then make sure it works. That was weird. But basically it's just the breakouts high, from breakout to high. And then you get that level. And then we've just been looking to see if we can continuously hold that level. Tem did amazing for me today. Oh, dude, good shit. I've been wanting to go to that Brazilian steakhouse. I have never been to one either. I only knew to tell that story because I've had a lot of people go to them. It's funny, I only brought that up too because my mom had just asked me the other day. She asked if I'd ever been to one. And I've never been to one. It's funny too because I've literally helped build one. I literally helped build one. What's up, Manual 2? What's the difference between NQ and MNQ when it comes to the point difference? Isn't it like 10 times more or something? I don't know, but I feel like you could. I don't trade futures, as you can see, but you could easily just copy paste your question on Google, and I almost promise you get an answer, unless Ace wants to answer. If any of my futures traders want to help Manual here, Manual 2 in the YouTube chat. What's up, Ace? Good morning. Oh, you close it on the good move. Good shit, Carter. You're killing it, man. I won't lie. I would say today has been giving minimal opportunity outside of like that Tesla pump and maybe that Apple pump. But no, if you did good on that. I was just about to say, like, it's kind of minimal, kind of smaller opportunities today on the SPY scalps and maybe even the triple Q scalps, but they're definitely there. Apple is still going, yeah. Apple don't give a fuck. I'm happy Apple's going up, dude. I've been preaching that Apple is so low on their chart for so long. Like, it honestly never made sense to me. I understand the whole like, oh, but they had that problem with the China thing and the import and the export and blah blah blah. And, like, things are gonna cost more for Apple. Bro, it's Apple. It's Apple. I don't think people realize how much money this company has. So, I mean, it being a discount in comparison to its relatives, you know, the other tech companies that were literally all at all-time highs or just under them, was a little wild for a while. And I promise you, there's at least 20, 30, 40 streams of us covering that because it's just like, what the hell? But I think that's my favorite thing to find, and it should become some of y'all's favorite things to find, are not looking for the next gem, looking for the next chart that really isn't doing a whole lot, but isn't not in a sense where it's doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you're looking for a chart that's in relation to the rest of the market is a discount. And if you can find that, that could be your chart that you're constantly trading every other day or every week for a couple weeks until it finally gets back up to where it needs to be. You know what I mean? Like a laggard stock almost. Like, those are almost the best things to be looking at. I mean, we're going to be looking at Apple in here almost every single day because it's Apple. It's a basic market mechanic at this point. But it's still important to find those. Good morning, everyone. What's up, Dr. J? Good to see you, dude. Damn, Carter? I'm honestly really happy you got that, too, because when I saw that you were in NEE with me and we got out, I was like, man, I feel like a fucking jackass. But you saw how long I sat here before updating that. I sat here and waited my ass forever to update that this morning because I sat here and ranted and then I covered it, you know? It's whatever, though. I felt bad about that, though, because I knew you were in it. I was like, fuck, I wanted him to win. I wanted my boys to get money. But I am happy you did not take that the wrong way, and you went over to your SPY chart and you kicked its ass. Good shit. That is the mindset of someone who is mature. Good shit, dude. Round of applause, honestly. 46% move of the first week. Take it and run. That is actually nuts. And how are you, Dr. J? How'd you sleep? How was the traffic? How are the kids? How is the Dr. J? Good shit, Carter. And make sure you guys are posting your reviews too. I'm not telling Carter this. He knows better than most of you. But make sure you guys are posting your reviews. It's honestly pointless and just a whiff of air just passing by, basically, when you just post gains or losses. Make sure you're going in there and you're showing the process behind what the hell you were thinking or doing or wanting to plan around. You know, therefore, there's something to kind of talk about or work off of. You know, you just post gains or losses. It's not really helping anybody, including yourself. Don't get me wrong. It is awesome to post those and get your recognition. You know, I get that. I mean, not really. You shouldn't really be seeking recognition, but... Previous day high, full target. Good shit, dude. Yeah, we'll see if we get it. It looks like it's very possible. I think I'm really just proud that we added this level live. I really am, because I don't do that a lot, and I constantly review my streams, and I get onto myself, and I'm like, man, why do I not cover that more? It's literally my most traded retest. I've traded that more times than not. You know, so it's very important to me when I get to cover that. The midterm retest. I mean, it is genuinely the strongest and safest retest in my opinion. Also, guys, definitely be sure to check this out. I made a new playlist, which has just some videos a lot of you have already seen, really. But it's for some of the guys that are newer to the streams and newer to the chat. So if you ever see somebody new or whatever, link them the Welcome to BB playlist. But what I was going to say, why I was reminded of that, is because in this video, I covered the midterm retest. And what the hell was that voice? Did y'all hear that? It like squeaked my voice for a second. I had like a high frequency voice. What was I saying? The midterm retest though. So I really hope you guys go through this and get to this point in the video, and then go through the examples I go over, and then I hope you go out and you draw some yourself. You know, go draw some emerging candles or something, and then go down to your 5 minute or whatever, and then draw from a high to the breakup to where it has that slowdown or a breakdown. You know, where it breaks a level to go down. Draw from that level to where it stops. Right, and then look for that 50%, and I almost promise you'll start reading between the lines, and you'll know what I mean by that when you start doing it. But there is a bearish and bullish fib at all times, and you don't really understand what that means until you start seeing it that way. But the midterm retest is honestly step one to seeing clear direction, in my opinion. Like it is seriously the safest and most effective retest, because it gives you a potentially good trade that can start moving a lot, be aggressive. You know, we like those intense trades. But also with the understanding of, oh, but if it does this, I'm going to be out for a small loss. You know, instead of sitting there and going, oh, well, it could still do this or still do that, you know, making up shit to hold your trade longer. You don't need to do that with this retest. It is clear as day what you have to do with it. So I do hope you guys go over that. FBI entered the chat. Thanks for caring. Asking me like that is asking a North Korean what they think about their government. I can't complain. Fair enough, fair enough. And then, yeah, FBI enters the chat. Instantly logs everything we have. No, that's funny. What's that director's name again? He's been kind of famous because of all that stuff going on. Alexis, are you trading MRK? Is that what I remember reading earlier? Or were you just looking at it? I'm convinced Ace just clicks on the stream and types good morning and clicks back off. Yes, I had to cut for an L. Oh, okay. I didn't even look at it yet. I was genuinely just curious. Because I wanted to go peep it. Cat did the Tem time and TSM. TSM, Tem, and Cat. MRK. That's what I was trying to look at. MRK. I don't have any levels on this chart, do I? I'm gonna draw that one, fuck it. Holy, dude. Control Z. There we go. Excuse me. You were in shorts, rope jumping at 81, 81.50, my bad. No, you're good. Oh, I have 81.52. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I see what you're doing. Or I see what you were trying to do. Where's the open? Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. This is the open. What the hell? What the hell? That's a weird. I thought this was the open because I was like, oh, this is the close. This is the next day, right? Nope. Spy still moving up, guys. Spy is still kicking ass. And let's see if meta followed along. Remember, guys, this was not just a short setup. I was looking to see if it'd follow along with it, but it doesn't look to be the case. So that doesn't look like that would have worked out. Tesla's still up here in the highs, too, so I don't want to say it can't go up anymore. I'm just kind of avoiding it because it's already done so much this morning. I love that Tesla did that, though, because from my watch list right here, this is, I numbered it 5 because I'm stupid, but these are all inside bars from the other day. So anything that happens today could be a result of that, right? This one got a gap down. This one's been moving up, you know, so every chart's going to be a little different right now, but beforehand they were literally all inside bars, and then you categorize them by volume and then try to find the better ones to look at, which Tesla was definitely my favorite one. I just hate that it did it all in one move. But that is very Tesla of Tesla. And then AMD and SPX, I posted those as well, just because I love AMD. I don't know who doesn't, to be honest. Trading it, not the product. I don't even use AMD. I got NVIDIA. And hope you guys have enjoyed some of these updates at least. I try not to rant too much. I know I do that a lot, but it's kind of my job. Damn, Triple Q's done a really good job getting back over that as well. I know Devontae brought that up earlier, talking about trading it. They did a good job holding over their 50% from the gap down, that is. Previous day high hitting. Good call out, dude. Honestly, very, very clean move from Spy. I really liked that it did exactly like the process, too. It went up, chilled, tried to go up again, didn't have the opportunity, built a... I mean, I guess we could call it a higher low, but that's not what I was meaning to call it. But got an inside bar here and then a breakup. So I would honestly say after this inside bar... And also, I want to point this out. We did cover this. This was an outside bar. And then you had an inside bar breakout. So you literally had the OB to IB, and they just continued up. Why am I re-screenshotting? Son of a bitch. And good job, too, if you guys are doing all this on your own. You're just kind of listening in, not paying attention to what I'm saying. I am very happy when I see people go through that. And they're like, yeah, dude, I did that all on my own, blah, blah, blah. I mean, maybe they're listening in stream, but, you know, doing their own, thinking on their own, I really appreciate that. Because that's what we like to build in here, our leaders, not people to rely on things, you know? It's a little weird when groups are built around that kind of thing. Oh my god, I have to pull this up on stream just to show the respect. So good job, Linwood. I'll show this up just because you did already post yours. I liked his trade, though. He got in the hammer after and then got into the continuation on that breakout on Spy. Very good job. But I wanted to go over here because I saw Spicy Pepper and Garden Trader post. So here's that outside bar. Here's the inside bar. Broke above pre-market high and previous day close. Held pre-market high. On the 5-minute, you took calls here. Ah, a little risky, but I respect it because you're in the mindset of this should go up kind of mindset, and then kind of leaving yourself a tighter stop loss because you're so convinced it should go up. You got to keep that tight stop loss. Good shit. Let's see where you exited. Exited on the first high. Okay, love that. First trim, and then got out at the continuation up. Oh my god, the Spicy Pepper. Garden Trader. Always proud of Garden Trader. I'm already proud before even reading the chart. Good job, Garden. No, I'm kidding. Let's see here. Oh, this is the one. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, damn, how are you like 4 hours into the day? which I like this. Kind of getting it all done, zooming down to the 1 minute, really micromanaging it. Held previous day close. Sold going into the previous day. Oh, I see what you're saying. The previous day low or high. Yeah. Big brain typing right there. 41%. Damn. You must have got a really good entry on this. I was thinking that too because it's against the high. It's a red candle. You probably got a really, really good fill. And same thing as Spicy Pepper's post. And I really want to highlight this because everybody in my chat does this. And I'm really proud of it. I'm glad most people in my chat are good at this. But the sense of direction thing, you know, if you know, like, okay, this level's bullish, you know, this or that, and you're above it and you're getting into trades on that, you should be confident because you're on a trade that you know is decisive. So very, very good job by Garden and by Spicy. I really, really like these charts. And Linwood, honestly. Always happy for my traders in here. Especially Garden and Spicy. You guys are literally always here. And Linwood, too. Can't leave Linwood out. Good shit, though, guys. Good shit. Yeah, I won't lie. As soon as I saw that Tesla inside bar yesterday, I was like, this is the chart. I wish I watched AMD a little bit more, too, because they did a good job getting over this level today. And it's good to have that. I also love that we do that in the chat, you know, kind of post it beforehand. Therefore, like, let's say the day goes up 10%, you know, some crazy-ass day happens. It's kind of nice to see the calm before the storm, you know, to go back and be able to recap on that. Good shit, though, guys. I am proud of everybody engaging right now. Alexis said, great stuff, guys. What's up, Andreas? Good day? Good day to you, sir. Good day to you. And what's up, Alexis? Well, how's your day looking? I always like to ask Alexis. New high of day, guys. That is a new high of day. And we are above previous day high by a good amount now. We'll see if we make it into that 665. Now, this is a combination of levels, guys. If you paid attention to my post the other night, or aftermarket yesterday, whenever the hell I posted that. Hold up, I gotta, like, recoup my thinking here. Okay, so this is from that one. Okay, so if you have the gap fib from the last move up, the reversal, the backwards fib, this is the first target. So that dotted line is a target. But I would like to add that this straight line here, this one here, 660.49, that is all-time high. That is that right there. So just remember that. I only have this highlighted because it's a little bit easier to view. But technically, if it breaks this level, it should maybe at least go to that level. I would say 60% over 40% it goes to that level after breaking that. But we're on a big move up right now. It's just continuously moving up. So I could see us doing a liquidity grab here or slowing down here and then trying to test towards that. But if they do it instantly, I think that just, again, speaks to how strong the buyers are today. I'm not taking away that opportunity saying they can't do that. They can't go straight up. No, they totally could. I'm just pointing out what it realistically should do. And if it does go and hit that, I think it just kind of speaks to how strong this push up is. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm not trying to scare anybody off. Got tons of, I don't know why I thought that said got 2 tons of guns. Got tons of runs today, but I can't complain. Vibing with my favorite peeps. I'm going to chill for the day. I took an early L, but it's just Monday. Yeah, it's just Monday. Plus, I'm sure you kept it small. It was on MRK. And we'll see if we get another one, Alexis. I would honestly love to get another swing together. If only I didn't botch NEE. I don't even want to know what that went up to. Options chain wise. Honestly, that one doesn't even burn me. The one that burns me is Starbucks still. I was preaching its pullback so early, and then we took really big gains on it. And then it kept going. Like, it was like, oh, okay. Like, there was no reset candle on that chart. It just kept falling. And those are the charts you really want to sell most of your contracts on and then have, like, one. And then that's the kind of play you're in when you're getting those moves. You know, you're not going to ever hold full position and beg for it to drop another 3 days. Like, that's just kind of crazy. That one honestly hit me to the core. It was like, okay. I think that honestly gave me some motivation too. Not like in a bad way, in a good way. But like motivate you to find that next play, find that next this is what it should do kind of moment. Getting addicted to the craft. Yeah, same here, Linwood. I really like when I see those two post. Whenever I see Garden tag me too in any of the channels, I'm like, all right, who is getting banned? 665s on Spy, 600 on Triple Q, guys. I guess I'll just post both. We will for sure. Hell yeah, dude. We definitely will. It'll be inevitable. Inevitable. Actually, I have something funny to post on Twitter. I put, was your community ready for Tesla? Mine was. Laughs and Rich. Those are some of my favorite memes, and I have no clue why. It's like the memes from, what's the vampire series called again? I swear to God, no one typed Vampire Diaries. We all know what I'm talking about. The one with the wolves, Team Jacob and Team fucking whatever. Team Edward. What's the name of those movies again? Somebody more informed and intelligent, please tell me. Twilight. There you go. Dude, shut up, Ace. This man will not shut up. Twilight. Yeah, there you go. I forgot what my rant was about to be or what I was about to say, but yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Bull over 14, aware. Bull over 14, aware. Ace Ventura. He said Demon Slayer. You wanted to say Buffy? Fair enough, fair enough. Demon Slayer got me. Ace, what are you doing, dude? You were going to say K-pop Demon Slayer? Jesus, dude. Y'all are hot with the comments today. Leave them alone, man. Okay, I should probably draw other levels up here. Where are... Oh, there are other levels up here. It's just in the middle of them all. Never mind. My bad, Triple Q. Did not mean to test your gangster. I do need to draw something between this and this, though. I mean, what the actual... Whoa, that would have been scary if that was current price. Whoops. 60107 for that. Alright, now I don't feel as naked. It just feels weird when you're just, like, up there and it's just a black background. There's nothing there. No levels. Nothing to speak about. Now I can at least say, alright, guys, it's headed towards 601, which is just a 50% of the 2 levels there. But I probably just need to rechart that a little bit more. There's probably an extension here I'm not getting. Probably from the backwards daily fib. I only drew the backwards weekly fib. Whereas Spy, I go a lot harder. I drew everything. But that's because I actually trade Spy a lot more, so I feel more inclined to have it prepared more than at Triple Q. So that's really just the thinking behind that. But you guys should not get lazy on Triple Q if that's what you trade more than not. Don't be like me. My daughter got me listening to that nonstop. Oh, really? How old is your daughter? But yeah, I have seen that genre of music has gotten, like, insanely popular. GD, my entries were shit. Thank goodness it moved. Wait, what? On Spy? Yeah, no, Apple should go to all-time highs. I mean, if anything, it should already be there. But I did see its implied volatility has increased a lot. That was like 21% when I was looking at it before. And we've been checking on it a lot, so it's becoming less and less buyer favored the higher we're going up, which, again, that's literally how that works, but I would also like to see it hit all-time highs. Or make new all-time highs and get some more momentum in the market. Kind of what the other tech stocks did together without Apple. This time, maybe with Apple, that'd be cool. Wait, when you say what the FC, do you mean like the ticker C? No, that's not what he meant. I got in on the 5-minute, went down to the 1 to review again, and just shit. Oh. Oh, I see what you're saying now. Sorry, bro. That took me a second. You're reviewing your trade that you did good on, but you're going down to the 1 minute, and you're like, wait, what the hell are these entries? Fair enough. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. That's funny. Nah, Sia's in Carter. I was like, what is he talking about? I was like, since when are we watching Citigroup? Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Did you post it? If you posted, let me know. I want to go look too. Fucking fire. I think there's been like 3 or 4 of us in the chat that have at least posted a couple times now where it's like picking up more bull shares here. So every time I see that message, it just makes me laugh because I'm like, yes. Collect. I just want all of us to be around the same price. So when it does go up, we're all like, hell yeah. But also in the same mindset of like, okay, we're all around the same average. Let's all trim and then keep the rest. Or, you know, it's cool to have like a team trade like that, but not really planning it like that. Because at first it was like 2 or 3 of us that liked it. And the next thing, there was like 20 of us that like it. It just happened to be that way. It was definitely not planned. But yeah, I'm happy to see how many people have like different shares of things in the chat. Dollar cost averaging too. I see a lot of the people in my chat doing that. It's also perfect too because a lot of the people that do that have jobs, which is honestly a great mindset for it because you get paid and it's like, all right, let me put in like $50. We'll put it on this. Buy Apple. All right, bet. You know, maybe you're not buying a whole share of Apple, sure, but it's nice to at least build up that momentum into owning more shares or just not owning all of your shares at one price, kind of having them spread out a little bit. Continuation on triple Qs as well as SPY, even only ever so slightly. They're making new highs right now, but still a new high. Very good extrinsic momentum there. Seen that, I would take it slow at their options. Another all-time high. Sheesh, yeah, it's pretty nice. XLV is holding and recouping. Let's see if they can keep this above PDO. And yeah, isn't that the sector that's like way down compared to every other sector right now? And they look like they're like a good risk reward kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that's why Woots also, I saw he posted it as well. I know you've been looking at it constantly for a while now. But I'm pretty sure that one has pretty good risk reward. If I remember the daily time or the bigger time frames in that one correctly. I have looked through a fair amount of charts today. Cut me some slack if I'm wrong on that one. Meta is still potentially setting up for a short. Even if we get an end of day dump, this could be a good one to watch in like end of lunchtime or going into the last 2 hours of the day maybe. That could still be a good one. And how's everybody in stream? You guys at work? You guys on the way to work? You guys with the kids today? You guys just chilling on your computer, trading your ass off? What's going on? What's everyone doing? Give me that vibe. Need a vibe check. And thanks for all the likes on the stream again, guys. I really do appreciate that. I'm sorry, that choked me up. Reading that latest message in chat actually just made me swallow like spit and oxygen while trying to laugh. That actually just fucked me up. Oh. That actually got me. On trade floor. Hold up, I gotta ban 2 fucking idiots first. Murder D flow like a murder D. Alright. I hate that they spell it so stupid. I can't find their names. Okay, they both spelled it with Bueller. Okay, I think they've already kicked those 2 actually. Yeah, I've already kicked those 2. At work, slow day. I guess that's good in some sense. Thanks for sharing. Dude, I'm friends with like 5 Bueller. Dude, I accept every single one. I just thought you really liked me. Oh, I gotta pull this up. My boy Carter posted. Not proud of the overall entries, but the conviction of the move prevailed. Good, good. And that's... This right here is more or less what I need to see from everybody in here. Like, I don't even care if you have a shit entry or a shaky exit or horrible management of the trade, but I need you to at least, at the very bare minimum, have conviction behind whatever the direction is you're looking at, right? If we're above a certain level and you like it, have the conviction to be bullish, right? With the understanding, yes, of course, it could pull back at any time, but we're not going to sit here and fearmonger ourselves in our own trade idea. Like, what? That's just crazy. So I really like that you put this word in here, because I saw that in Garden's play. You can see the conviction. You know, they're under a high. Any stupid normal trader would be like, oh, I can't get in this yet. It's not making a new high. Like, she's getting in on the higher low before it breaks out. That is a beautiful trade, but you have to have conviction to take that trade. Same thing here for Spicy Pepper. Who the F... Or, I'm sorry, but what noob is going to enter this chart? They're not. They're going to be so scared of this because they're like, oh my god, this is where it pulls back. Red candle. Red candle came down. What did Spicy do, though? Spicy has conviction. What did Linwood do here? Oh my god, red candle to green candle, what do I do? Hammer candle appeared on new high. He gets in. He has conviction. So I really like that word. I really, really like that word. Over previous day control point CDO. Good shit. And I like this too. You're kind of giving that context of like, well, this is why I had conviction. It's no shit to you and me, but you know, it's still nice to point that out so you keep it in your system. You keep it in your muscle memory of like, okay, I have to be looking at this. I have to do this. I have to see this. I have to do that. Held the midpoint level we were watching. Had one con added another after holding it. Legend. Took one after making a quick new high of day. Last con at the 50% of the contract gap. 46% full target was previous day high. Same day, seen these chop out time and time again, so moved on. Worked on being strict with my plans, even if they run more. Good shit. And yeah, and that's a big one right here, too. This is another really big boy comment right here. Working on being strict with my plans, even if they run more. It does not fucking matter if this goes up to 700 today. Yes, it will suck that you missed out on those gains. These are all very obvious, right? And that's why I really like that he put that there, because you are going to miss out on gains. But if you can't even make the baby steps, how do you expect to take these big jogs and these long runs? You know, you just can't. So very, very, very good wording in this trade review, seriously. I might have to check to see if this is ChatGPT or something, dude. Like, what the F? No, very, very nice post though, dude. Seriously. Oh, I didn't even tell you. My dog gets pre-op today. My puppy. And then within a couple weeks, she'll be getting neutered or spayed or whatever the hell you call it. I'm gonna be so fucking distraught because she's gonna be so depressed looking. I'm gonna have to pamper her. I've been trained too well in the philosophy of BB. Damn, bars. I felt like I was reading the script to like a Jedi movie. I've been trained in the art of BB. That's probably cringe, but I don't care. That reminded me after what I read from Lynn when he said, dude, I'm friends with like 5 Buellers. It's like, I see some of you add every Bueller or some of them and like message them just to annoy them. And I get a lot of messages from you guys like that with no context. You're just like no hype up, no nothing. You're just like, yeah, look what I did. It makes me laugh every time. Because don't get me wrong, I don't like it when you guys add them and mess with them, but I definitely get a fucking great laugh when you guys troll the shit out of them. Because we all damn well know I don't have time to be sitting on my Discord adding everybody from the Discord and messaging all of you. That's why the Discord is the thing, the community. If I had to go message each and every person individually, that would literally drive me up a wall. Spy potentially tapping out. This might be for the day. This might just be for the session, but we are 17 minutes away from the first part of the day being over, everybody. Lunchtime will be starting soon. This is the way, yeah. Mandalorian. This is the way. I haven't seen that in a while, man, but the Mando is good as hell. I was a little depressed when they introduced one of my favorite Star Wars criminals, and he was, like, gone in, like, an episode or two. The blue guy, I can't even remember his name now. That was, like, one of my favorite assassins to read about when I was a kid, reading Star Wars books. And then in the series, he was, like, honestly kind of boring. I was like, please bring this guy to life. I forgot what I was about to search up. I'll remember it later. Should I change out one of these chart? I mean, change out this left side chart, or are you guys cool? If there's any particular chart you want me to have up on the left, let me know. Holy shit, dude. Keith was not lying. You know what's funny, too? I was sitting... When this candle was still trading and forming, this is the candle I was deciding to type my update or not. See, this is a good lesson right here. There's a good lesson in my trade right here. In my 2 trades, I guess. So I'll pull this up on the screen. So you can see the timestamps. You know, it was literally within the first part of the day. So we cut 1 for small gains, cut 1 for a loss, right? Now imagine if we didn't cut this. It would have been a lot larger of a loss. But if you apply that same stupid energy to the other trade, which is why I like to get onto myself here and there, like I am right now, if I would have applied the same logic, I would have made money on this trade. You know, so it's like, it's give and take. So you have to put yourself, and that's why I really like to highlight Carter's message here, working on being strict to my plans even if they run more. Because it's not just if they run more, it's also what happens if it goes wrong against you and you apply that same logic. You would have lost a lot more money too. So it's good to apply the logic of let me trade what I planned, not let me trade what is happening. Because then you'll be in this situation where you're like I was earlier, where I was complaining about, oh well, NE kept going and UNH didn't. You also need to be in a more realistic mindset of, yeah, but if I applied that logic to this trade, I'd be fucked. I'd be out of money today. So, I think that's a very bigger picture topic, but it is something I'm sure a lot of us have dealt with at some point to some extent. Another red day on target. That is actually impressive. I did draw this area out to see if it would test it or not. It's from the monthly, but it's like the supply of this area from 2019, 2018. And it gives you this. So honestly, I'm kind of looking for a break and retake, but it might just break and keep falling. Who knows? I might have to draw lower levels. IWM also hit all-time high last week. They had a lower open today. They're just now getting up to their today's close for anybody who might be interested in the small caps. Sorry, I'm trying to read two things at once. Target looks good. Yeah, dude, I don't understand how Target's so low. I posted this last week on my Twitter, and I reposted it in the Discord. God, I'm blind. Oh, right here. Fig, Target, Bull, my top 3 long-term picks right now. And then I gave a shout-out to Chart Norris. Because, again, he was generally the only person on the entirety of the internet I saw even post this ticker. I was like, what is this? And then one of you guys brought it up like 2 days later in a stream. And I was like, okay, what the fuck? We need to be looking at this. Also, check out the new playlist I shared. Where the hell's it at? Here it is. SPY slowing down from high of day, bearish hammer, dropping out of 664.89. This tells us we most likely should slow down. I'm not saying pull back all the way to here again, but most likely should slow down from this breakout. We probably can delete this level now, guys. Again, this was just a midterm retest. Just good short-term info from where we were. By the way, what's up, Alice? My bad. I've got 20 shares of Target down 15%. Might add more if we get... Yeah, let it go down more first. You're in a good spot, though. Being down 15% is honestly not that bad for current prices. So if it does happen to go down more and you are intending to hold it longer over time, I would definitely wait for it to go down a little bit more. That's a good plan. And what's up, Maddie? Again, I know you were in here earlier, but good to see you again. My poor puppy dog. 10 minutes away, or sorry, 9 minutes away. I was off. 9 minutes away from the first part of the day being over. Again, that is between the open and the first 2 hours of the day. And then we got lunchtime, and then the last 2 hours of the day. What's up, bro? I'm resetting after the UNH and Intel trades. Did you close UNH today? With me? And good job on the Intel trade. Oh wait, you did it UNH before. I'm sorry. Oust was already on UNH before me. My bad. Didn't review UNH because Robinhood's bugging, not showing me all my UNH trades. Just working, boss. Had to demo the entire shower in the new house and a leaking pan under the tile. Oh, that is so fucking annoying. A leaking shower pan. That is literally hell. I read the first part of your comment, Maddie, and I was like, dude, I'd love tearing up. I used to love when they'd be like, yo, it's a demo job, and then you guys got to like do the rough in again and all that bullshit. I would get so excited because like doing all the extra shit after sucked and cleaning up sucked, but breaking everything was so much fun. But that was always the most annoying days because I'd be carrying like bags and bags and bags of tile out to the trash can because it was probably for a new builder, but dude, a leaking shower pan is hell. What are you putting back down? There's like 600 things you could do. That's why I'm asking. I would only go with like 2 or 3 of them, but are you gonna get a PVC shower pan, or are you gonna go with the spray down one? There's like a painting shower pan you could do now these days. I've done only those 2 styles. One was for like commercial use. One was for like residential use. Like it showed I opened a contract, but it's not showing me the exit order. Huh. I've always said Robinhood's like clearinghouses and like the way they like report things is a little weird to me. The very first year or 2 years I ever had a Robinhood account, and then I was done with it, I had to battle the IRS, and there's a lot of people who had this same problem, and it was because they false reported numbers that make it look like I owed like $60,000, and it's like, no, the fuck I don't. Like in that year, I doubt I even traded $60,000. So I've always been a little sketch about Robinhood's like clearinghouses and how they report things and all that stuff, because I noticed that too. I've seen people complain about like what you're talking about right now, like their trade's not popping up yet. Your trade should fucking be there the second you're done with it. Like that should be no problem. That should not be a bug or an error. You know, that's very sketchy. But I can't really hate Robinhood because they do have so much money. It's like there's no way that they're actually like gonna fail like that. So, and they did change out their clearinghouses not long ago, which is good. I pulled everything. Got to replace some flooring underneath. Hoping to find a PVC fiber. Okay, nice. Noticed a little puddle in the basement, and here we are. Yeah, that's that's shitty, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Shower pans are a bitch and a half. Good luck, though, man. I hope you get through it. And I should be good today, by the way, Maddie. Wink, wink. These hillbillies tiled inside a fiber... What? Tiled inside of a fiberglass pan? What? Some hillbilly rigging is what I'm hearing. No worries. Honestly, don't hate the idea of a new shower. No, that's true too. You'll probably you'll probably be a lot more calm in mind. You know, like, okay, I'm the one who installed that. I know that it's this and that. That still sucks though. But yeah, honestly, very happy for you, man. Hope you get that shit done. Shower pans are never that fun. Have you ever uninstalled? I really mean that word. Have you ever uninstalled a cast iron tub before? Like full cast iron? They're mainly in hospitals, but my God, bro. You don't take those things out in one piece. You bring a sledgehammer Like, not even joking you. You bring a sledgehammer in and you fuck them up. And then you carry the pieces out. And even the pieces are so heavy that it takes 2 people sometimes. You have carried one? Okay, never mind. You know exactly what I'm talking about then. Yeah, those things are fucking heavy. Like, and I've dealt with cast iron parts and stuff. And they're not, like, heavy because it's just that one little part. But a full-on tub? Oh, my God. You want to do a wet bath downstairs? Is it like a main, like, is it like a, what am I trying to say here? Is it like the main room of the downstairs floor? Like the parents' room, I guess is what all of us would call it. Apple's $3 off all-time highs. Let's get it, Robert Taylor. Taylor Robert. What the hell? Okay. That was weird. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. I'll leave it up here, Robert, for the respect of Apple. We do respect Apple pretty high in this community. I mean, fuck the Apple event. That was horrible. But I love Apple stock. The company has direct control of their supply and demand. Their supply chain, I should say. Literally has done a $6 move since the start of stream. That's disgusting. That candle is a little disgusting to look at because you look at it and you're like, it zoomed in. It's like, damn, this looks like a 5-minute candle. This thing's huge, man. It's like, oh, wait, this is the daily. It's a huge day. If we were to look at the right levels, because these are larger time frame levels, it's going to have less of everything. It did a good job getting above 251, and even if you were watching the longer time frame levels, it did a good job holding over 250, which, again, these are just supply demands of the recent dips. So this is supply of all-time high, supply of the lower high of all-time high, and supply of the lower high of the lower high of all-time high. So they staircased very well through the first one, said fuck the second one, and now they're going to all-time high supply. It did a really good job, though, building consolidation above that first one. Getting above it, holding it, making a move there, building another higher low. Giving itself a chance of actually moving higher. And yeah, $6 from start of stream is a little nuts. No beach house style downstairs? Oh, okay. That actually sounds super sick, Linwood. You should do that. Because, yeah, come in and it's like it's also not just good for, like, people walking in with, like, all that water and stuff, but, like, the humidity of it, you know, could be defended with a wet bathroom. Wet bath. I've only done, like, 2 wet baths, now that I'm thinking about it. But I guess that's not too uncommon. Pop, squat, go. Rise. Oh, wait. No, what was it again? It's drop, base, drop, rise, base, rise. Instead of rise, base, rise, it's pop, squat, go. New pattern just dropped. Guys, if you have lifetime access, please go review. Huge gain by Sherman on XYZ. He did it with stop loss and take profit set. So he just entered and then set it and forgot it. Well, not forgot it, but you know what I mean. Username with a really, really good UNH post. I've been really enjoying this Lifetime channel. I'm not joking. If you guys have Lifetime, you need to be checking Swing Trading TA every day. Maybe someone posts, maybe someone doesn't, but you do need to be checking it because there are some pretty interesting posts in here that are insane. And I'm not trying to be that guy, but a lot of the times, like, I hate talking like this because it makes people like want to sign up and stuff, and I hate doing that. But I'm not joking. If anybody in Lifetime has just been paying attention the last few weeks, you could have made more than your subscription cost back and more. And it's funny because a lot of these posts are not even from me. They're from other big leaders in the chat. And they're never going to talk to you that way either. They're never going to say, hey, take this with me, take that with me. They don't give a fuck who's following, dude. They don't care about recognition. They're here with the process. They care about process. Posting one setup, trying to track it, trying to trade it. Oh, didn't get it? Okay, let me find another. Let me move on. And I love that about them. Because that's exactly how everybody should be thinking about things. It's not, who's watching? Who's watching? Like, that's so stupid. So huge shout out to Sherman. Huge shout out to Username and the Swing Trading TA channel. Seriously. I'm very happy. Very proud of those guys. And I urge you to go check that stuff if you have access. It is insane to me how much gets posted in there. GoPro still on the meme streak? I gotta see this. Oh, he isn't lying. He said GoPro is still on the meme streak. Why is GoPro down so much? Am I tripping, or is like, I thought GoPro was like really, really important for like Red Bull and shit and like all the different like ads and shit. I guess not. I guess it never was. Man, GoPro seems a lot more expensive in my head than it does in the chart. Possible pullback here on SPY. There is somewhat of a lower high forming here under this area. Possible test towards previous day high, previous day close. Retake of this, of course, disrupts that, brings it back up to all-time high talk. I'm just getting that ready for later because I always make my watch list at the end of the day for the IB and the EMA. Or not always, but I'm starting to do it again. And it's very helpful. I knew this was a China stock. JD, ugh. Poor guy. Whoa, Boeing. Why has no one talked about Boeing? I haven't even noticed this. To be fair, I don't trade Boeing as much, but still. I feel like I would have heard something about that. What was that chart? That was FedEx. Ooh, Nike. Finally something in a position. This is where it initially gapped up from, and I can't tell you how long I talked about this one before it moved up. I don't know if it'll move up again on that second return. I could see it doing the fake low to a retake, though. We'll have to see, though. Give that a couple more days of time. Check that day in, day out. Workhorse is looking decent for shares. Wait, is this Workhorse or Whirlpool? Oh, this is Whirlpool. I'm blind. Workhorse is WKHS. What a wild chart this is. I feel like it's notable to talk about whatever the hell this is. Honestly. Yeah, I was gonna say this might be a yearly time frame. Look. Whatever this is right here, like it goes up, stops, goes up, stops, goes up, stops, goes up. Like there's a lot of shit between like here and like here. The first time it kind of went up and stopped to the last time they went up and stopped before continuously going up. And they're between those two areas. So yeah, I guess I have to agree with your opinion on that. Risk reward, this is the best part of the chart. It's kind of in that spot where it could be seen as resistance trying to hold as support. Gotta head out, my friends. Thanks as always. Have a good day. You too, Carter, and great job on the trades, bro. And sorry about NEE and UNH again. Try to get another one. UPST. Good find, by the way, Maddie. That is a good one. I don't know if I would put it in my best shit ever watch list. I need to honestly clean that watch list, but I would definitely put it on something. Oh, wait, I already have it on this one. Never mind. Or I don't.
Under Oracle, but above China. China. Kind of just getting a refresh on some of these. See if there's anything positioned insane. McDonald's. We need to peep McDonald's end of day. Honestly, we need to be peeping this today. This is the next Adobe stock. I'm not missing out on this. So shares, that is a shares chart. Dude, I'm yawning like crazy. Whoa, what the F? This is why you go through your long watch list. Technically, it's time to break this. Alright, I need to write these down or I'm going to forget them all. What the hell is this? Oh, it's StubHub and Klar. What's going on here? I'm changing this one to bull. That's not what I meant to click. Alright, now this again before I forget. What the hell is all this? Oh, whoa, wait. I might want to keep those bottom ones, or top ones. Potential S tier setup. So how was I typing? Oh yeah, Whirlpool's on here. AI, CD. I am back. What's up, Tobias? I missed you, man. I missed you more than anything, man. Friend of mine works for Vans, had a promotion code for 65% discount, sitting in the metro buying $1,200 worth of stuff in 5 minutes. Person next to me was hooked to my phone. You're like, yeah, I got it like that. Laughs and rich. Still 700 discount. We buy cheap. We're looking fresh. Dude, that's crazy. Good shit. That's a really big deal. I don't know if I'd spend that much money on that, but Tobias balls out. He doesn't give a fuck. Google Whiplash. Is it pulling back now? Poor thing. And what's up, Sandollar again? Always good to see you pop up. Sandollar is my not actually related, but he's my uncle. But not actually. First clothing you bought since COVID? Damn. We were living the work from home living life a bit long. Oh, a bit too long. Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, you and your wife were grinding. So. Plus, then didn't y'all get like a house and all that shit too? So I mean, y'all probably weren't even thinking about clothes. That's sick though. That's a pretty big damn deal. Your friend's like, yeah, you just spent like $100, right? Like, you didn't go hard. You're like, no, I spent 10 times that. But I saved on 10 times more. Yeah, send us some pics of some of the drip when it gets there. Oh, MSTR needs to go on there too. I'm just gonna put all three. Lift with an inside bar. Today's moving up. Damn, Alexis, Walmart went all the way to 106 from when you were talking about it. He traded it before it got up to the 99s during that big green day, and then it pumped up the next day for his swings, and it actually did keep going. I mean, it took a little while for it to do that, but it did hit that new high. Poor Target. Poor Target, man. Poor Lamb Weston. Poor Texas Instruments. I might need to start watching this one more. This one moves a lot. And it goes with the semiconductors. I already wrote down McDonald's. Okay, I'm kind of connecting to where I was, but... I don't know how this hasn't hit 20s yet. It'd probably be smart to buy like some like month or 2 month out contracts in this to like 20. Why are these actually affordable? Like that one right there, 20 for October 24th, or if you want to go another month, I guess November. Okay, there's the price step up. That's what I was looking for. Like, honestly, this is a little pricey, but that might not be the worst contract to get. One of these two. Probably that one. It's 200 though. And if not that, then October 24th, 20. This might be a good one to watch for all time, or for not all time highs. It's nowhere near that, but for a potential move up. And if Mars is the farthest, that man has set his target. I don't know why it started. Very big post. And swing trading TA. Damn. So wait, what'd you make on that then, Tobias? I was actually watching that because of you. I just saw your channel update. He took 100 shares of Solid Power and he just sold them. Or no, he didn't sell them. He's just calling out the price. Dude, sick job. It honestly does amaze me how many plays are actually called out in chat. I think if you didn't pay attention, you'd be like, oh, what the hell's going on here? Because we're not pinging everybody all the time, but it's not just me. Like, you go in here and you got swing trading TA. You got all this junk, right? Or not junk, but you know what I mean. All this beautiful TA with good directionary, you know. It's looking good. And then you got Tobias, 3 channels in. I mean, just honestly loving these little plays. Doesn't tag people, doesn't annoy people. And then here's me tagging people every second. So I do the exact opposite. But I mean, there's so many plays posted, and that's not even counting like what's said in trade floor by all different kinds of leaders in here, like during the moment. Not even counting post charts where a lot of other setups are posted too for other plays, and it's honestly incredible. It's not just like one channel for, hey, I can't find anything, let's see if somebody else found it. Like, there's so many different people in there that can do that. It's a really good community. I think it's been 6 years well spent. Yeah, I agree, Sand Dollar. You took 500 shares now, up 16%. My bad. Oh, you typed 100 for the chat, so you weren't being like crazy. I respect it. MRK, nice, Alexis. I'll just bring that up and watch that. My hand is tired of scrolling through charts. Good shit, Sandollar. Good shit, Tobias. Good shit, Alexis. Is there anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. And thanks again, guys. I always like to give you all the appreciation you deserve, but thank you again for all the likes and stuff on the stream. And good work in the chat too. I really appreciate all that. What the hell is that? I don't even have enough charts to look at that. WYFI. White Fiber. They're in the NASDAQ. Their parent organization is Bit Digital. Why does that sound familiar? Bit Digital is the first public company to hold, manage, and stake Ethereum as a long-term treasury strategy, giving investors direct exposure to the network's economic upside without the complexity, custody, or wallets. So, a cryptocurrency company owns this. What is White Fiber? Oh, okay, here we go. That makes sense. They design, develop, and operate data centers and provide AI infrastructure solutions. I wrote it down so I can remember to check it in a bit. If you can get PML, you can get your money back. Hey, don't think about it like that. Focus on the trade in front of you. But I know you're just messing around. Give me my money back, damn it. One second, my dog's barking. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I forgot the yard guy had to come because it's not good for dogs to eat mulch, and my dog loves eating mulch. So we have to take it all out, put dirt on top of it, and then put grass on top of it, and then water it. I was reading that I don't know if it's every dog, but golden retriever, like my dog's a golden doodle, and it literally it says when dogs of this breed get bored, they like to chew things and eat things, but not like weird shit like shoes, or they like to fuck up things. Like, no, this dog will go find grass, leaves, mulch from the yard and just start eating it. For an open gumball rally. You think it's time for open? You think it's entry time again, $10 on open door? And then let me look at the other one real quick. I kind of like this one's name. It's almost like Wi-Fi. Its own little spelling. Oh, that's it. Damn, what a crazy chart. Kind of a sleeper. You saw an ad about some kind of indestructible doggy chew toy? Is that why you like open door? Or are you talking about my dog? My lab, when she was a puppy, she used to like pebbles and rocks. It took a while. Well, I'm not letting her do it anymore. We're just filling that shit in because my dog's getting kind of crazy with it. And sometimes she would get so dirty that we'd have to give her a bath right after, even though she'd just gotten one, you know? This new dog I have loves getting dirty. I really love this dog, though. I'm not trying to... I just realized I spelled MSTR without an M. I really love this dog, though, so I don't mind it, but I do want it to live, you know, a little longer. I don't want it to die from eating mulch or whatever. With Bully Make, best company. I'll have to look that up. Oh yeah, Bully makes indestructible dog toy designed for tough chewers, durable, safe, and perfect for aggressive chewers. Yeah, I need to check this out. Yo, shout out to Alexis. What the hell? We even got her a bone that's like really, really hard to break. And then sometimes my dog is smart too. So we have a bigger dog. The puppy hands the bone to the bigger dog for it to fuck it up so the smaller dog can have an easier time with it. I shit you not. My dogs are smart. Or one of them is. The other one just gets thrown into all these like scenarios. Money back guarantee. Now that's sick. I'm gonna look. I looked it up. I saved the site. I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, I had to share that because my dog's just so fucking funny. Ow. She's gonna be all depressed when she gets back because they gotta do blood work today. I'm already sad for her. She gets so excited when I walk in the room, though. I start to I'll like jump up, like I'm hyped. Like I jump up, I'm like, ah, Lily, Lily, like, just to give her more the energy she definitely doesn't need. But it's just fun to watch her be super hyper. She's cute. If gun to my head, if I had to say what was the favorite chart I think I looked at today for bigger time frames, I think I'd have to say the AI chart. This man, dude, I literally was just looking at coin. That was like literally what I looked at before this was the crypto. That's funny. I'm happy to see him post that too because it gives me a little bit more confidence in that setup. Just a wee bit more. I guess I'll go back to MRK for this one. Holy shit, Alexis. You must be doing pretty good on this. I don't know where PML is, but it's just been dropping ever since you said that. Nvidia with a huge candle. No kidding. He is not kidding about that. And yeah, thanks for that site. I'm going to check that out. My mom doesn't have any daughters, so she likes buying my puppy toys. And because we pretty much have always just owned, like, girl dogs. I don't think I've ever owned a male. Except one when I was very, very, very young. Whiskers and Bandit. I think they were schnauzers. I don't even remember what the hell they were. No, they weren't schnauzers. I don't even remember the name of this dog. They were pretty, like, cool, calm, and collected, though. This is pretty big news. NVIDIA and OpenAI announced a letter of intent for a landmark strategic partnership to deploy at least 10 gigawatts of NVIDIA systems for OpenAI's next generation AI infrastructure to train and run its next generation of models on the path to deploying super intelligence. Oh, God. OpenAI and NVIDIA? We might get robots before we know it. Got it when it broke 8150, grabbed a decent... Yeah, that's a... It dropped quick, though. That was good. That was a quick 15%. I mean, that was like, what, 15 minutes? 20 minutes? Tops? Dude, good shit. I feel like that would be stupid not to just get out like you did, too. Like, it did it so instantly. Straight to the low of day. It's like, oh, okay, I'll take that. Good shit, though, dude. If I called Tesla high of day, I will be very happy. I doubt it, though, with how all this shit's popping up. Look at NVIDIA. That is pretty big effing news for NVIDIA. Had my levels marked on the weekly with MRK. Playing that weekly previous candle low. Dude, nice. It seemed to be a big trigger spot because it just dumped as soon as it broke that 8150. And it might still reject and go lower, but it's just good that you got out then, and then you could just see what you could do next. I didn't know MRK was so scalpable, though, bro. You're kind of breaking my mind a little bit. I'm going to have to add that to something. Yeah. It's affordable. I really hate that AI is doing that today. I needed another day of chill. Wait, am I tripping balls? How is that even affordable? 20 for November is only 120. What? This chain is crazy. I must not be seeing something. I'll have to run my scanner too and see if this pops up on it, but that's an interesting find. It's fucking cheap. Yeah, I just read the Nvidia news. I read off that news from Rob. It's above your post, Sandollar. You can see it. I can't recall where on Twitter I've seen it, but I basically... Yes, he posted the news above. Why are we reposting? Basically, the hedge funds have basically sat this whole rally out all year if we can get a nice pullback. What, punk? Puppy was like knocking my door down. I was like, what the hell? I opened it, was like, what's up, punk? She's so cute. What chain is cheap? AI. Ticker AI. It's on my right side. What? You can hear my music? That shouldn't be possible. Oh, maybe my earpiece got next to it for a second. You have a really good ear. That yes, that was Nas. I can't show that longer. I'll get copyright striked. Which again, I don't care about the copyright strikes, but I don't like when it mutes the VOD of the stream. You have a really good ear, Alexis. When I read that, I was like, it felt so natural. I was like, oh, he can hear what I'm listening to. I'm like, wait, how? You probably only heard like a split second of something, and you caught Nas. That's crazy. Is that heavy boom bap baby? Now I have Mac Miller Avian on. My playlist is like all over the place. I went from like boom bap to whatever Mac Miller is. Art. My dog is trying to bite my finger off. Ow. 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 Hey, be nice. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to end my stream here. I'll try to get some swings posted today. My dog just wants to play, so I'm going to go play with my dog. Thank you guys for the stream, though. Share it around. Like the stream. Guys, do me a favor, though. Seriously. Do me a huge favor. Share this playlist around. I don't care who. I don't care when, how, what. Share this around. This is a pretty good playlist I think I put together from the videos that people always talk about with us. So, and these two are from Sherman, so shout out to Sherman. I had to give some respect and put him in there. But yeah, I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys for the stream. I'm going to go play with my dog. She's losing her mind. And thank you guys again. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys. Oh, I just said what Garden said. I'll see you guys later on, though. I'll try to get some swings posted if anything pops up, but I'm not going to force anything, per usual. Just for a quick recap, we did cut losses on UNH. Thank God it was before it started pumping. We literally cut on this candle, which I almost stopped myself from doing because it looked like it was going to go lower. And then NEE we cut too early as well, but it's okay. We're not going to look at it like that. But I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again, and I will see you later. And go into the Discord chat, see if there's any posts in there, engage with anybody. But I'll see you guys later on.